thanks for joining me today. Today we are going to delve into Chanel. I have some new Chanel products that I picked up from the fall 2020 collection, and of course some things that I already had in my collection, so we'll be doing a full face of Chanel. So join me to see how I got this look. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jennifer, and today we are going to be playing with Chanel. I picked up some new Chanel products, and we're going to play with some of the new stuff and incorporate some of the things that I already have in my collection. If you've been following me for a little bit of time, you might know that I used to work for Chanel many years ago while I was in law school, and I used to have a very extensive Chanel collection. And of course, since it was more than 20 years ago now, most of that is gone. Actually, all of that's gone. I have restocked some products that were favorites of mine, but for the most part, it's, you know, you don't keep makeup for 20 years. If you could, trust me, I would have kept it. So today we're gonna play with some stuff that I already have, and then we're gonna incorporate some of the new fall 2020 items that I picked up. Holiday is right around the corner, and I will be picking up holiday items early. I always do. There's a couple lines, Chanel, Dior, Clé de Peau, Chantecaille. There's a couple that are high-end luxury makeup brands that come out with limited edition holiday packaging or designs. So I do try to pick those up every year if I like the designs. If I find the designs to be, you know, boring or not of interest, I don't. This year, for example, for the fall 2020, they came out with the 3 blushes with the red CCs on them for the fall line. I did not pick any of them up because I have them already. I do have the shades, so I can show you what they look like if you're interested in picking them up in the limited edition packaging. So let's go ahead and dive in. So let's start. Hopefully you saw my Instagram post with me unboxing the Chanel, and I can tell you, I really do believe this. Chanel has the most beautiful packaging of any brand that I can think of. Just the way that they present everything, you know, in the beautiful box, and the ribbon, and the camellia flower. I mean, it's just beautifully done, in my opinion. Okay, so we're gonna go in with a couple of things that I already have. So that's the Vitalumiere Aqua foundation. I have it in beige rose. I've mentioned this product before. It comes in this like little plastic, amazing travel packaging. I mean, that's the actual packaging, but it's great for travel. I'm gonna use the LeBlanc Rosy Light Drops as my highlighter. I'm gonna use the original Soleil Tan de Chanel, which is the tub of goo, which I've had actually for quite some time, but you'd never know it because it looks like it's new, but it's not, because this thing it just takes forever to go through. It's 18 months. I think I've had it that long, but I mean, in my opinion, this doesn't go bad. They have reformulated it. Many people have talked about it, and I have not picked up the reformulation. For me, you know, I already have it, so don't see the point. But I will show you on my hand the shade of again, this is the original. So that's what that looks like on a very pale person. All right, so let's go in with the foundation. I actually love Chanel foundations. I actually only have this one and the Le Beige's, the Eau de Teint Water Fresh Tint, which is actually one of my favorites. This is more, it's like a sheen. It's almost like it's not a tinted moisturizer. It's hard to explain. It's a beautiful formula. I really like that, but it's like, it doesn't have any coverage. My foundation compendium is coming, guys. I'm gonna be filming that soon. This one is like a satiny finish. They do have a scent. So again, if you're someone who doesn't want fragrance, these aren't gonna be for you, but other than that, they're really nice. One of the things to know about Chanel is usually you can tell the type of finish it has by the cap. So you can see this is like a shiny cap, so it's not a matte formula. So I tend to use this a little bit as a contour. It's not a super pigmented product. I have always loved it. I think it gives me the look that I want, but you know, it's not everyone's cup of tea because of the shade. If you saw it on my hand, it's, you know, it's warm, but it's not like yellow, but it's not, you know, I think it works really well on me because I am so pale. I think if you are a darker shade person, this doesn't really work as well. All right, let's use the Rosy Light Drops as, you can use this under foundation as sort of an all over glow. I'm gonna use it today on top of my foundation. I kind of use it as sort of like a glow. You can see as I, you know, turn my head. So I try to give my face a little bit of that dewy look. I really like the Rosy Light Drops. Again, these do have scents. There's a little bit of scent to all of this. So let's dive into the stuff that I picked up. So as I showed you in my box, they had the beautiful packaging. They included in a little plastic case the Le Base mascara, which is a volume and care lash primer. You guys have seen these before, so I'm gonna use this today before I put on my Chanel mascara, which I've been using for years. I don't know how long. It's been a long time. They gave me a sample of the Coco Mademoiselle I'm so bad at French. La Nuit. Nuit. Evening. Night. Night. Good night. Bonne nuit. Yeah, bonne nuit. Okay, so it's nuit. Okay, I'm getting it. Anyway, night fragrance. I know. You know, like I said, I was not good with languages. Great with numbers, not great with languages. Okay, so let's show you specifically what I picked up. They also threw in a Camellia repair mask. Oh, Hydra Beauty little sample of the repair mask. So I will try that out. I don't use any of the Chanel skincare products. If there's anyone out there who really loves them and thinks, you know, I should try them out, let me know. I also got a multi-use illuminating base, La Blanc de Chanel. Huh, have a sample of that too. Little samples in here. And the Micro Gel Intense Smoothing Hydration Eye Gel. Little sample of that as well. And I love the Chanel box, so I'm going to keep it because it's Chanel and it's pretty, you know. I'll mention that I did not pick up either of the new eyeshadow quads. I picked up a re-promote of an old eyeshadow quad, but I did not pick up any of the two new ones, the new red. Let me show you the blush though. This is, and I'm not gonna pronounce it right, Alazane. This is the Alazane blush. This is one of the ones that's in the new packaging, in the red packaging. I love this shade. So I'll use that one today. The other shade is Rose Bronze, which is part of the special packaging. And I'll do a picture above what the packaging looks like, guys. It's the same exact packaging, except it's got red CCs on the front. Like this has the white CCs. The packaging has the red. So here's the Alazane, whatever it is. Here's the Rose Bronze. And I'll put the other color above the third color. I do have it, I'm not sure where it is right now. I need to get a little bit more organized. I'm working on that. I've ordered more drawers and things to get organized, but they're not here yet. So anyway, that's okay. So the eyeshadow quad that I picked up is the Candeur Experience. That's not right, I know, but it's the best I can do. And so like I said, this is a re-promote. I don't remember exactly when this came out, but it was a while back. But the reason they re-promoted it as part of this collection is because it has a similar color story. You can see that there's the red shade here, and the rest of the shades are more of a brown. I felt more comfortable going with this one. I have a lovely lady at the Chanel boutique who showed me the shades. the new ones, they're just too red for me, guys. And I've seen them on other content creators and some people looked beautiful in them. I am too pale and my hair is too red, and I just don't think it would work. So I didn't get them. I did pick up the Natural Finish loose powder. So I used to have Chanel powder way back in the day, and I remember liking it, but I hadn't had some for quite some time, and I realized that they had changed their formula and they had come out with this new one, and it's in new shades. This is the number 12, which is the sort of like rosy pink shade, similar to the Rosy Light Drops, actually, in color. And I've been told it works really well setting your under eye because it really brightens up that area. So I'm gonna go ahead and try that out today. Then I got a couple of lip products. I got the two new Rouge Coco Flashes in Flushed and in Lust. I did not pick up any of the liquid lipsticks. You know, they didn't look that drying to me, but I just tend to stay away from them. Of these two shades, I can tell you the Lust is gonna be the one that I lust after, but I wanted to pick them both up because I do love this formula, and I thought they were good shades for me. So this is the Lust, and this is the Flushed. The Lust is like this bronzy, cool brown kind of shade, and then the other one is the Flushed is like a flush, like a pink peach shade. Both are really pretty, and honestly, with this formula, with the Rouge Coco Flash, they're more like a shiny lipstick. So, and they're sheer. You really don't have a problem with shades for the most part. They work, you know, pretty much on everybody. I also picked up, and I mentioned this in, I think my Will I Buy It, although I'm not sure anymore because I've done more than 100 videos now and things are blending together a little bit. I did pick up the Ultra Tenue lipsticks, and there was 8 new shades. I picked up 3 of them, and I picked up Endless Pink, Light Brown, and Timeless Beige. Now, those of you who know me would be like, Jennifer, you picked up Endless Pink? That does not sound like you. However, I have seen this on other people, and it's pink, but it actually goes kind of peachy on folks that I've seen with a cool undertone. So I'm gonna try it, and if I hate it, well, too bad. These are the lip colors that I've said before last forever. So here are the shades. Endless Pink, the first one, Timeless Beige in the middle, and Light Brown on the end. And I think they'll all work for me. I think the Light Brown is going to be my favorite, but you never know. So I wanted to pick these up because I know I'll use them. I love the formula. I think the formula is amazing, and you put the gloss over it. So you put the lip color on, you let it sort of dry down. You put the gloss over it, it does not come off, I swear, like ever. You can't get it off, that's kind of the problem. So if you want me to do a try on with all 3 shades, let me know, I will do that. But it is one of those things, once you put it on and you put the gloss on, it's really hard to get off. So I don't wanna do it today because I wanna go through these other products, but I will do a dedicated video if you wanna see those. I'll use the ones the other shades that I have as well. All right, let's go in with the blush first. Alazane. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that right. I love Chanel blushes. You know, I've tried a lot of good blushes lately. The Patrick Ta's have become a favorite, no question, they're beautiful. But, you know, if I could only have one blush, one brand, it would be Chanel. Partially because I worked for them, and so, you know, I've been using them for forever, and so I'm very familiar with them. But the Chanel blushes, they work beautifully. The shades are, there's a large variety of shades, intensities. They go on beautifully. They stay where they're supposed to be. They're luminous, but not too shiny. Some are matte. They're just, I love the Chanel blushes. I really do. All right, so let's swatch the Experience. You can see that there's this red shade here, so it's definitely got, you know, red leaning, but these are all very wearable shades, guys. You could wear these, you know, anytime. Let's go ahead and create an eye look. Someone was mentioning to me the other day, you know, about, we'll go in with this, the middle brown, about tutorials and makeup. If you guys ever want me to do a real tutorial, I am happy to do one. It seems that in general, there really isn't an appetite for that as much as there was early on in YouTube. In the beginning, there were a lot of people who would come on and do an actual tutorial. The difference between a tutorial and like what I'm doing here, which is a, you know, new release, an unboxing, a get ready with me kind of thing, is that a tutorial is gonna walk you through step by step what brush I use, what shade I'm using, why I'm using it in a particular area. I try to incorporate elements of that into everything I do, but it's not a true tutorial. A true tutorial is gonna take some time because you have to be very specific and very precise, and you can't fast forward, you can't, you know, cut out elements because you're trying to show someone exactly how to do a look. If there's an appetite for that, you know, certainly let me know. I have gotten requests. There have been some specific palettes that you guys have asked for tutorials on. I do have that list running, and I'm gonna be working my way through that list in September, and I am gonna do probably 1 or 2 tutorials. But you have to remember, this channel is gonna be for a large swath of people, and if only one person wants to see it, I'm probably not gonna do it, just because I can only do so many videos, and I wanna try to have it apply to as many people as possible. I'm fine with doing, you know, if everybody loves a particular palette and they're all like, oh yeah, I'd love to see a tutorial on this, I'll absolutely do it. It's just I can't do one for everyone because it would just take too much time. And unfortunately, this is not my full-time job. This is something I do for fun. Okay, so I'm gonna take the dark brown and I'm gonna intensify the crease here. And like I said, I do try to incorporate tutorial type elements in what I'm doing. Like I said, I went in with the medium brown shade as sort of a transition. I'm going in with the darkest brown and a little bit of a smaller crease brush to intensify that. But again, a tutorial is gonna walk you through step by step and not gonna have any missing elements. I think it used to be more popular when YouTube was young and we all had more of an attention span. Now everybody's got, you know, 10 minutes and they're like moving on to the next thing. So I am just buffing this out a little. The shades are very pretty. They're going on very smoothly. I'm having no problems with any fallout or any blending. So we're gonna go in with the red shade in the corner. We'll see how red this really looks on me. I think if we keep it over the brown, I think it'll be fine. And I'm just putting it in the outer edge of my eye. And let's go in with the lightest of the neutral shades, the brown shade, put that on the eyelid. Then I'm gonna take the medium brown shade and run it across the lower lash line. I'm gonna clean up the eye area a little bit before we get into eyeliner. So I'm gonna use the Chanel Stylo U waterproof, terrible, long-lasting eyeliner in Espresso. I love these eyeliners. They actually stay on through anything. Final look for the eyes before I put on mascara. I'll bring you guys in close. I actually really like this eyeshadow quad. I think it's really beautiful. These are definitely matte shades. So there's not a lot of sparkle to this, but there's a tremendous amount of intensity. I think you can see that. I really do like it. I think it's a beautiful quad. And the red is not too red. It's not like it overpowers the look. It kind of encourages me to try to pick up the new quads, but we'll see. All right, so let me curl my lashes and then we'll try the primer and we'll use the Chanel mascara and then we'll try powder and the lipstick. Okay, so I generally don't use these like mascara primers, but we're gonna try it today and we'll see how it works. So let's just go ahead and put a little bit on the lashes. Okay, we'll let that sit for a minute. Feels weird, but it's fine. Okay, so while we let the primer sit, we are going to put on some of the powder, and as always, problem with powder is it goes everywhere, and I opened it up and it was just like exploded. Exploded on me, exploded everywhere. So this is the brightening, this is number 12, so it has like this pink tone to it. I am gonna kind of just place it here across my cheeks and under eye. You notice a discernible difference, guys? I think it does look brightening, actually. I don't use a lot of powder anyway, so I mean, that's a lot of powder. How much is in here? 1 ounce. That's a lot of loose powder. So this is gonna take me, 20 years to get through. This is the Volume de Chanel, which is, the Chanel mascara. Black. Had for years. Not this particular one, but this product. Okay, well, yeah, that definitely works. Yeah, I'm impressed. The primer certainly lengthened and thickened my lashes. My lashes are actually pretty long. They're not curled, they're pretty straight, but they're long. And this just amplified them. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna use a primer every time because a lot of times I don't have time for that. But this would be a product I would definitely go out and purchase. Okay, interesting. I mean, I think it made a definite difference. This is why samples are fabulous. So I'm gonna go in today with the Lust, which is the brownie shade in the Rouge Coco Flash, because honestly, it's the one that I wanna play with the most and it just looks really pretty. And I'm gonna use my Chanel lip liner in Nude Brun, which is one of my favorite lip liners. And if you've watched my channel, you know that I've said the old formula of the Chanel lip liners, they were terrible. The new ones are awesome. They're great. And if I have them in 3 or 4 shades, I should just pick up all of them. They really are excellent. The Chanel and the Sicily are probably my favorite. So let's go ahead and use the Lust. I love this shade. I think it's very much a cool brown, and it's right up my alley. If you wanted to make it pinker, I think you could. I went in with a very cool brown liner, so it intensifies the look, but I think you could certainly go in with something pinker to bring out the pink in it, because it does have a cool undertone, so you could certainly do that. I just love the shade. I also think this works really well with the color story on my eyes. I'll go ahead and close my eyes and we'll do a close-up so you can see what I'm talking about. It's just an excellent, I think, match for that. Almost monochromatic. So I really like it. The powder is really nice. It's not settling. I think it does brighten up those areas of my face. It's subtle. It's not, it's not overwhelming. It's not like I suddenly have pink cast to my face, but I do really like it. So we'll have to play around with the powder some more. Before we go, I do want to mention, I also picked up the Tom Ford Burnished Amber, and I'm going to be doing a video for this as well. But this has a similar color story to the new releases of Chanel. And so what I wanted to do, and I'll do it on my other arm, is show you this one today in comparison, the Experience. Now the Experience is, like I said, the one I picked up today. It's a browner, more neutral. That is the Tom Ford Burnished Amber. You can see this is the more, the reddish shade, and these are the brown. In this one, there's a sparkly like champagne which doesn't exist in the Chanel. But in comparison to the one that I'm wearing on my eyes right now, terrible swatching, but these shades here, these 4 versus this, you can see this is much redder with this shade. It's more like a cranberry, I would say. The experience is definitely just more warm browns. Even the red that's in here isn't really super red, which is why I like it. I think if you're looking for that new color story with the red in it, I think you either pick up the Burnished Amber by Tom Ford, which is at Nordstrom right now, that has this like cranberry shade in it, or you pick up the new, one of the 2 new Chanel quads. I don't remember the names right off the top of my head, but one is definitely more like all red, and then there's one quad that has a brown in it that from what I saw in the content creators definitely leans towards more neutral, still red, but you know, less red than the others. So I did want to do that comparison just really quickly. I will be doing a dedicated video with Tom Ford products and the Burnished Amber, but I did want to show you the comparison, at least between the Experience and the Burnished Amber, because there has been some questions about the Burnished Amber versus the 2 new Chanel quads that came out. Again, I don't have them, but the Experience is a similar color story. The 2 new releases are obviously much more red toned palettes. That's it for today, guys. I can say, I mean, this palette I actually think is very pretty. The Coco flashes, I love. I just love this formula. I like this particular shade. I'll play around with the flush as well. I'm sure it's beautiful. The Tenues, I know I love the formula. I'm excited to try out the shades. The primer for my eyelashes, which of course I did not buy, but was a sample, I really like. I think it worked really well. So I think that's something I'm gonna pick up. The powder, I'll let you know what I think. But you know, I like it. I do think it kind of brightened that area a little bit. So I think that might be a winner. The blush I had already had, but if you are interested in picking up the limited edition packaging, this is the Alazane on my face. So I think even if you're pale, you can absolutely wear it, and you can intensify it as well. So what am I missing? I'm sure I'm missing something, but anyway, that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I really appreciate it. Hope to see you in another video really soon. Don't forget to hit like, don't forget to subscribe.